Because Gandhi's fight for India's freedom. This topic is for my grandson Soham, who is in America. So, this is the topic Gandhi's fight for India's freedom. Some consider Gandhi the greatest man in human history. More books have been written on Gandhi than on any other man. Gandhi stirred millions of Indians to revolt and shook the foundation of the British Empire. Gandhi's rebellion was of the non-violent type. That is very important, non-violent type. His rebellion was different from the French Revolution, 1789, and the American War of Independence, 1776. In the American War of Independence and the French Revolution, there was killing and bloodshed. So in the American War of Independence and in the French Revolution, there was killing, fighting, bloodshed. In the Indian War of Independence, Gandhi used truth and ahimsa as his weapon. So that was his weapon. He didn't have sword, guns or bullets. No. He had truth and ahimsa, non-violence with him. Ahimsa means non-injury and non-killing. This is the meaning of ahimsa. It's a Hindi word, and in English it means non-injury and non-killing. No killing, no fighting with boxing. In the Dandi Salt March, 1930, Gandhi broke or violated the salt law made by the British rulers. So the Britishers said that the salt will be taxed. Whoever makes salt will have to pay tax. But Gandhi said no. Poor people consume salt, and this should not be taxed. And so he violated the salt law. The British used lathi and sticks to beat the followers of Gandhi. So those who were going to break the salt law, they were thrashed with lathi and batons. Men and women received stunning blows. So they were beaten, but they did not retaliate. So they did not fight back. They did not use stones or sticks or anything. They just took the beating and they violated the salt. They received the baton, that is the stick of the police which the police carry. They received baton and violated the tax law. So come on, Vikas, page 3. Thank you, Vikas. Vikas is helping me. The United States of America admired Gandhi. Yes, that is a great thing. The Americans, they admired Gandhi's non-violence and his fight for freedom. So Gandhi was brave, and the United States people of America, they appreciate brave men. The Americans had sympathy for Gandhi. That's very important. Finally, Gandhi won. So Gandhi won in getting independence of India. The salt law was withdrawn, you see. So this was first fight. The salt law was withdrawn. So Gandhi won this war also, the tax law. The British had to quit India in 1947. So this is another matter. They had to quit India. Gandhi is now called the father of the Indian nation. He is called the father of the Indian nation, Gandhi. We can see the picture of Gandhi in the Indian currency notes. You see, so we have the picture of Gandhi. Roosevelt, okay, the great president of America from 1933 to 1945, was a supporter of Gandhi. So Roosevelt, the great president of America, he supported Gandhi and Gandhi's fight for India's freedom. So Roosevelt was supporting India's fight for freedom because Americans, they love freedom. They love democracy. They don't want a dictatorship. They don't want imperialism, which the British government was doing, imperialism. The Americans don't like this. Even Stalin, the dictator in Russia for 29 years, did not want British rule in India. So Stalin also, the dictator in Russia, did not want the British rule in India. Though Stalin was against imperialism. Winston Churchill was a war hero and a great writer and the Prime Minister of England for 10 years. You see, Churchill was the Prime Minister of England for 10 years. Churchill did not want to give freedom to India, but he did not want to give freedom to India, Churchill said, both a very important quotation, I do not want to preside over the liquidation of the British Empire. So Churchill wanted imperialism. He wanted to keep India under his control. Okay? Churchill belongs to the Conservative Party. So he belongs to the Conservative Party. He did not want any change and wanted to carry on the tradition of imperialism. You see? All right, now you see. Attlee was the Prime Minister of United States United Kingdom, who granted freedom to India in 1947. So Attlee was the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, England, and he granted freedom to India. Attlee belonged to Labour Party. Attlee defeated Churchill in the election on the Indian issue. So when they were fighting election, so Attlee said that if I win the election, I will give freedom to India. And Churchill said that I cannot preside over the liquidation of the British Empire. So he said, I will hold on to the British Empire. I will not give India freedom. So there was a tussle. So two parties were fighting. Attlee defeated Churchill in the election on the Indian issue. So Attlee won. The English people, they voted for Attlee. The English people wanted that India should be given freedom. In his election, in his election campaign, Attlee said that he would grant freedom to India if he was voted as a Prime Minister. All right. So that was his election manifesto. The great English people voted for Attlee. So it is the greatness of the English people that they voted for Attlee because they wanted that India should be given freedom. Attlee granted political freedom to India. So Attlee won and he granted freedom to India as he had promised in his election campaign. Why did the English people vote in favor of Attlee and India's freedom? Now it's a very important question that why did the English people want to give freedom to India? The answer is, one important reason was that Gandhi is truth and ahimsa. So the way the Gandhi was fighting was admired all over the world. Even the English people admired him. So he was Gandhi. The whole world was watching the drama that was going on in India. So on one side was Gandhi without arms. Gandhi had no arms, no lathi, no weapons, no guns. On the other side was the might of the British Empire with army, navy and air force. So the British had a very powerful army, navy, air force. Gandhi won. But in this fight, Gandhi won. India gained freedom on the 15th August 1947. That's all. Thank you, Vikas, and thank you, everybody.